Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Grady, and today this is going to be a general reading for the collective for this full moon in Capricorn and an energy check-in for January. And I have cleansed my space, but I'm going to try something different just with a clear quartz crystal that I have here. I am just going to cleanse and clear your energy space here. All right, removing all negative energies and entities and any evil eye from your space and mind. Sun, it is done, and so it is. All right, my loves. So don't forget, this is a general reading, might not resonate with everybody. Take what resonates, leave the rest, swap the roles, and no gender specific in the cards. I'm going to do a separate video to kind of explain, describe how I do tarot, how to use tarot, and also to incorporate manifestation. It is something that I have talked about lots on this channel before. And if you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe and be part of this ever-growing butterfly family and community. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos. And you guys, yeah, Capricorn is dad of the zodiac, okay? So Capricorn likes, rules and structure. And this new moon is all about, creating, right? The new moons are all about creation. So, what kind of structure do you want to create in your life, right? And especially being in the year of the horse, this is also talking about, what actions do we want to take? What things do we need to do? What things do we need to clear out of our space, of our mind, of our life to be able to create the dream life that we want, right? So new moons are really great for, creating, manifesting, but also I believe every, full moon and new moon is also about releasing. I know full moons are more about releasing. We just had that, but I still think in January we're still doing that. All the planets are actually moving into the sign of Aquarius, and this is starting at this time, so it's going to take some time to shift. But Capricorn is, rules, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so that's all about structure and lessons. And so how do you want to structure your life? What routines do you want to implement to be able to take action and move towards the goals, the things that you want to manifest and create in your life? All right, so let's get into the reading. I know that was a bit of a longer intro than I wanted, but I've already pre-shuffled the decks. I will cut them on camera just to save on time. I do that. So the first card at the bottom of this deck, and my decks that I'm using, I think they're all new, see each perspective. So this is talking about, this is actually about manifesting. So it is, seeing the perspective through other people's eyes, seeing other people's perspectives, but also I feel like this is like seeing the perspective through your eye. What perspective are you seeing your life through, right? See each, when I'm seeing this card, what I'm getting is seeing all the infinite possibilities of what it is that you can manifest and create. See all of those, possibilities, right? See, and I'm also hearing, I just cut the deck on this here, but I'm also seeing, with this image here, I'm seeing, seeing all sides of situations, all sides of people, especially if you are dealing with anybody or with a particular situation. It's kind of seeing, all the different perspectives. So when I am looking at this, this is coming up in regards to manifesting. Let's say you're trying to manifest, healing in another person, or, let's say you have a loved one that has mental health issues or something like that. Well, which side, the perspective that you have of that person, the side that you are focused on is going to be coming up as the biggest side. And there's all these other possibilities, all these other sides to that person that that person can be or show up as. So if you're also dealing with, a specific person or something, what side are you focused on? So change what you're focused on. It could be a situation, it could be money, it could be health for yourself, it could be, work, whatever it is. What side is it that you're focused on, right? That's your perspective. Shift your perspective, kind of like this. This is, and it's so interesting that I chose to do this today, but what side are you choosing? It's all different. right? It depends on which side you are focused on is what is going to show up in your reality. All right, my loves. So had to go into that. Next card. And this is so interesting, you guys. If you're interested in psychology, counseling, coaching, I have another channel because I am a counselor. I've been doing that for 14 years as well. So, and a coach. But this is the theme that I was guided to choose for the year. So the theme for the year is authenticity. And then I purchased this Oracle deck and I saw this card. And, you know, as you know, Butterfly Empress and my other channel, Butterfly Project 1111, right? And sorry, I meant Butterfly Empress 777. Authenticity, right? Notice the butterflies and the word authenticity. And I just knew, like, you know, that's exactly what we should be focused on, right? So what I'm seeing with this is any situation or person that you have in your life, or even if this is about yourself, if you don't feel good enough or worthy, right? This is talking about what perspective are you seeing? And are you seeing the authentic, real self, the real you, the spirit having a human experience, right? Not the human having a spiritual experience. That's not how it works, right? So what perspective are you seeing of this situation, of this person, of yourself? Are you seeing the real, true, authentic you that you have the power within you to create? And then top of the deck, humility and confidence, okay? So a balance between both, being humble, right? But also being confident. And I feel like we do need to be, you know, when I see humble, I'm hearing surrender. Surrendering to the flow of life, surrendering to and trusting the divine, right? God, source, you know, source energy, the universe, Holy Spirit, whatever it is that you believe in. But I feel like that's that humility, right? Being humble that I am a human, but also confidence that I am the God of my reality. I am the creator of my reality, right? So what is it that you are creating? And also, I'm seeing to be your authentic self, to start to live from the real. Sorry guys, I have a new setup going on and I'm not really comfortable with it yet, but my camera had cut off and I hadn't really noticed. So sometimes I do need to check. I need to get a different, you know, kind of setup so it's better. But I was talking for a while and it wasn't recording and I had no idea. So I'm not really sure where I left off, but what I was saying is when you become your authentic self, when you go within, right, and connect to your, you know, spirit, your higher self, your connect to source energy, right, connect to the real authentic you, if this would focus. And when we do that, right, sorry guys, again, like I said, it's my new setup here. When we do that, then we are able to see everything in our reality, including ourselves and others, through a different lens, seeing a different perspective. Okay. And this is also how, you know, we can help manifesting and creating. Now, my next deck. I had already, you know, cut it and went through it, but this is a new deck. Lotus flower, absolutely beautiful. I love this deck. It is all about, you know, our soul and healing. And I also have that actually tattooed on my hand as part of my journey. I don't know if you can see that, if it'll, yeah, I don't think it'll. Anyway, so that was, I'm absolutely loving this deck. But the bottom of the deck was embrace your shadow. The shadow holds the truth you need. Embrace it, integrate it, and use it to transform your life. So this is talking about, you know, really accepting the other parts of you, the shadow parts of you, the darker parts of you, the parts of you that you don't like or that you want to change, right? Accepting all of you. This is us getting to that, you know, humbleness, and also confidence, as well as our authentic selves, right? So embrace your shadow. All right. It's absolutely beautiful. It is a part of you. And then the next card after I cut the deck was find inner peace. Peace isn't found outside. It's cultivated within. Create stillness in your mind and soul. So some of you may be needing to meditate, but this is also a really great way when we go into stillness to connect to that part of us, right? The higher self, that, you know, authentic, real, part of ourselves. This is how we connect to source energy, connect to the divine, connect to the light that we have within us. And this is how we, you know, connect to our intuition, can hear that voice within us. And also in stillness, right? And in meditation, this is how we connect to that part of ourselves to create our reality. Because if you know, we are all creators, and we are all, you know, gods of our reality. We are the creators of our reality, right? So whatever it is that you are seeing, whatever lens you're seeing through, right? Whatever you believe, whatever you're choosing to focus on is what is going to transpire. So if you want something different, this is talking about changing your perspective, okay? But when we can embrace our shadow side, when we can truly be our real authentic selves, when we can have that side to ourselves that is both humble and confident, right? And be our authentic selves, right? And find inner peace and connect to our higher selves, and knowing that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, then we're okay with being real, with being genuine. But also then we can really connect to that part of us that can manifest and create, right? And you can only do that by going within and going in stillness, right? Spending time with the inner you. And also by doing that is how we heal these shadow parts of ourselves. All right. But embrace those parts. And then the last card on top of the deck was wisdom, understanding, fear. Wisdom, understanding, and fear. Honor your growth. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Honor where you are right now and celebrate your progress. Absolutely beautiful. So everything that you have been through, right? That's your journey. Honor that part of you, right? You're growing. It's not linear. Growth is a journey, not a destination. All right, my loves. But remember, we don't have to do all these things. Also, you can just choose that you are healed. All right, my loves. So let's get into the tarot. I didn't have a lot of time to do this video, so I'm going to have to get through this pretty quickly. So another new deck. And bottom of the deck, we have Six of Cups. So this could have something to do with a soulmate, somebody from your past. This could have to do with your past, your childhood possibly. Some of you, you know, with mother wounds. I'm noticing, is that a peach or an apple there? So apples can have, or peaches can have some significance. And I feel like some of you, there's some, you know, childhood, you know, wounds or something, maybe needing to connect to your inner child as well. But then we also have Six of Wands. We have 66. Okay. So overcoming anything from your past here as well. Victory and success with somebody from your past possibly. And then we have the Nine of Cups leading to wish fulfillment and a new beginning with the Fool card. Okay. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is destined and fated. Okay. Some of you divine feminines, possibly Empress, or you are dealing with a divine feminine. All right, let's get into the reading. I will cut the deck. So for the collective, for the full moon in Capricorn, that Six of Cups wanted to jump out. All right, my loves. So I am not surprised to see that. Definitely you could be dealing with somebody from your past, possibly even somebody that from your childhood, or somebody that brings out the inner child within you. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is beautiful. All right. Oh my goodness. Somebody is really going through it. Okay. Somebody's coming in with a message. Yep. Wanting to overcome. You guys can't even make this up. So the two cards bottom of the deck after me cutting it, we have the same first two. So Six of Cups and Six of Wands. So center of your spread, we have the Two of Cups. So definitely this could have to do with partnership, friendship. For a lot of you, could be romantic relationship here. Two of Cups could be, like I said, somebody from your past. What we are aware of is King of Pentacles. So this could be somebody that you're dealing with. So this is about being grounded. This is about security. This is also, if you're manifesting, this is the Midas touch, right? That's what we're aware of. Solid, stable, secure. Okay. This could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Wands. This is all about following your intuition, creating. She is, you know, an entrepreneur. She's a creator. She follows her intuition, you know, and she's the one that knows how to manifest and create, right? Which is what we were talking about. She's also very authentic. She's very genuine and real. She, you know, draws people to her. I just heard moth to a flame. She's very attractive, alluring, magnetic. Okay, that's, you know, could be you or somebody that you were dealing with. What we're not aware of is the Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning, creating something new, having that, you know, new zest for life. I just heard excitement, right? Creating something, and we'll clarify what that is. Judgment is your advice. So judgment is like that wake-up call, the rebirth, renewal, right? Could be reconciliation as well. And your potential outcome, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. It's equal give and take. For some of you, this could have to do with, you know, possibly in relationship, or it could possibly be in regards to, you know, work that you do, your mission, your passion. This is about, you know, being a helper, right? Now, when I clarify that, we have 3 cups. So it could be, you know, in friendships here, giving, having equal give and take within friendships, having fun. This could be balancing things out in your life, maybe work and, you know, fun. This also is my reconciliation card. So somebody possibly coming in, maybe wanting to reconcile some things. And then we have the Hermit and Justice and 5 of Wands. So I feel like this person, maybe or you, this is talking about wisdom, but I feel like this could be somebody that's been kind of you know, going within, introspecting, right? Trying to find answers within, somebody possibly going through some karma here. This is also with Justice, is about, you know, as within so without, right? So just checking to see if it is recording. We have the 5 of Wands, like I said. Somebody, this, you know, Hermit, possibly Virgo energy, could be coming in to bring a balance or make things right, to bring justice to a situation that was possibly unfair, not balanced, and also a lot of, you know, chaos. Possibly there could have been, you know, competition here. This also talks about, you know, possibly gossip, but somebody coming in wanting to bring in justice for that, and then bring in, you know, happiness, joy, you know, that childlike wonder I just heard. Okay, success as well. And then 3 of Wands for the future. Okay, looking at a bright future, a happy future. Okay, is what I'm getting with this reciprocity. Now, bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. Okay, so this could be, you know, about manifesting and creating, but I feel like this is somebody taking action, you know, possibly communicating. About 9 of Swords. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, somebody could have been a little bit manipulative here, having fear about some, you know, manipulation, because we also have the Knight of Wands, so that could have been somebody that was hot and cold, in and out. But I feel like somebody here coming in, possibly communicating, you know, their fears, having sleepless nights, you know, because maybe they were having that hot and cold behavior, wanting to come in and communicate about that. 5 of Swords, having a lot of mental conflict, inner conflict, but also this is my self-sabotage card. And then 8 of Swords, being really stuck in their head about this. Okay, so I feel like somebody might want to come forward and actually take some action. Okay, and communicate with you that possibly they have been having sleepless nights, you know, and stuck in their head about some sort of mental conflict, you know, or, you know, fears that they have had, you know, being very hot and cold, indecisive. I'm getting here, this is kind of like, you know, my player energy, or seeming like a player. And then we have the Chariot, wanting to, you know, take a hold of that and move forward into victory and success here with the Chariot card. And then, like I said, could be somebody from your past, you know, wanting to overcome possibly some ego issues here as well, but wanting victory and success. And this is also like my soulmate and reconciliation card as well. Okay, so let's just clarify quickly here what this Ace of Wands is about. All right, Holy Spirit, what is Ace of Wands about for the collective? So this is what you don't see. What is it that is being created? All right, okay. All right, so we had 4 of Wands come out with the Temperance. Okay, so this is taking action, a passionate new beginning, after possibly, and wanting to heal, you know, an imbalance or a connection that wasn't balanced, okay? And then Three of Pentacles, not committing. So I feel like possibly if you're dealing with somebody, if this is in regards to a connection, possibly, you know, friendship or a romantic relationship, this is not, you know, having things balanced. This is also with the Three of Pentacles talking about, you know, not committing, not working together as a team, you know, not having this, you know, the celebration in this, you know, connection, right? Wanting to heal that, right? Wanting to bring harmony where there was, I feel like this is like disharmony. This is literally like disharmony. Okay. So wanting to bring in harmony and balance and healing into this, you know, connection. And then we also have the Seven of Swords and High Priestess. Okay. So somebody, you know, lying, deceiving, cheating, stealing, right? Secrets, you know, hiding, you know, some secrets. Let's find out what these secrets are, because that's pretty big. Okay. Secretly hiding something. What were they hiding? What's this passionate new beginning about? Give me 1 sec, you guys. Hard to pick up these with my nails. Yeah, we're still recording. Okay. All right. I just heard something else. So we got the Hangman clarifying that, and then the King of Wands. Okay, so somebody being stuck in their ego is what I'm getting. Stuck in their ego, but shifting their perspective now. All right, stuck in their ego, but this was all subconscious, right? This is subconscious. You know, this is like sabotage as well. I feel like somebody subconsciously lying and deceiving themselves, feeling stuck, being stuck in that, wanting to reveal this, wanting to reveal the truth, wanting to take action as well, and having a shift in perspective. And then bottom of the deck, taking a leap of faith, right? Being a fool, also communicating and coming forward, taking action and talking about, you know, feeling like they're a fool. Somebody wanting a passionate new beginning here. All right. And then because the Empress is their wish fulfillment. All right. That is absolutely beautiful. So somebody, whatever this was, somebody has a lot of passion towards you, or this is, you know, vice versa. Take out how it resonates. You for somebody else, but somebody feeling like a fool here, wanting to take a leap of faith, wanting to, you know, I just heard respark, wanting to respark something, wanting to resurrect something. And then Judgment was the advice card. Okay, so this is resurrecting something, you know, a rebirth, a wake-up call, right? Let's just cut the deck, see what that's about. Yeah, let go, your wake-up call. Okay, your advice, let go of any indecision, any indecisiveness that needs to go. And yeah, bottom of the deck, eight of Cups. Walk away from any holding back and any indecision. All right, wake up is what I just heard. That's your advice. All right, my loves, and your potential outcome when that happens: reciprocity, equal give and take, beautiful, happiness, a future of happiness, of bliss, success, victory. All right, my loves, that is so beautiful. So Archangel Michael, last message, bottom of the deck, spend more time outdoors. Thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. That's at the bottom of the deck. Archangel Michael says, spend more time outdoors. And then we have focus upon divine and perfect health. Okay, so focus on divine and perfect health. And then we have guarded and protected. Okay, so you are guarded and protected. Okay, Spirit is asking for you to spend more time on your, or more time outdoors, and to focus on divine and perfect health. Okay, if you want to manifest that, but really focus on your health at this time, I feel like, and spending more time outdoors, grounding yourself, spending time in nature. I'm also hearing, you know, especially with this, I'm seeing a lot of, you know, kind of fruits, vegetables, eating a healthier diet, exercising, doing those kinds of things. I'm actually really focused on that right now as well. But this is also saying that you are being protected at this time, that you are safe, and that all your needs are being met. All right, my loves. So that is what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this. Don't forget to do all the things, like this video, comment down below, share my video and channel with others. I would truly appreciate any number of these things. It is the best way to